Hello everyone, and welcome to my CBS Wonderful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The days after the truth came out were really weird in Genoa City. You could feel that everyone was on edge. It was like the whole town knew that something big was going on with the Abbott family. When something like this happens, people do not just talk about it at home. The news spreads fast and affects a lot of things like businesses and friendships and old fights that people had forgotten about. Kyle did not go to work at Jabot the morning. He walked around the city instead, thinking about when he was a kid. Now he was thinking about all those old memories in a completely different way. The Genoa city that Kyle knew was not the same anymore. The Abbott family secrets were changing everything for him. Moments that used to feel real now feel fake. It is like his life is a movie set that can fall apart at any moment. He thinks about Jack and all the times Jack talked about being honest and doing what is right. It is really hard for him to deal with because it is so ironic. Kyle is not just mad at Jack, he is also very sad. He is sad because he thought he knew his father. Now he is not so sure. Kyle is grieving the father he thought he had. At the time, Jack is by himself, in the Abbott mansion. He is sitting at the dining table looking at pictures of his family. For the time, he sees that something is missing where he used to think everything was okay. He thinks about the woman he loved a time ago. He remembers her as a person, not as something that happened or a mistake he made. He thinks about her as a moment in his life that he thought he had forgotten. He wonders if things would have been better for his children if he had told the truth a time ago. The woman he loved is still on his mind. He is not sure if telling the truth sooner would have helped his children avoid pain. He thinks that maybe pain was always going to happen because he chose not to say anything. The woman he loved is a part of this. Across town, Kyle's half-sister is having a time saying something out loud. She keeps packing and unpacking the suitcase because she does not know if she should stay or leave. The Abbott saga is over the news. She never wanted to be a part of it. She went to Genoa City to find some answers, not to fit in. Now she feels like she belongs. It is complicated. Belonging to the people in Genoa City is asking a lot, from Kyle's sister, more than she thinks she can handle. Kyle's half-sister is still trying to figure things out. Audra acts like nothing is wrong. Deep down she knows something has changed. She did not expect to feel this way. It is hard for her to see Kyle falling apart. She feels guilty even though she tried to prepare herself for this. Audra tells herself that she made the decision. What is true is important. In Genoa City, people usually do not tell the truth just to be nice. Audra knows that she did not tell the secret just because it was the thing to do. She did it because it helped her in some way. In Genoa City, people usually do things because they want something in return. Audra knows this. The truth is that she used the secret to get what she wanted. The week is over and that is when the whispers start. They always start like this. Somebody sees Jack eating lunch with a woman who looks a lot like someone they know. Somebody else notices that Kyle is not going to meetings. Somebody hears Audra on the phone. It sounds like she is talking to someone she really cares about, not just someone from work. By the time Friday comes around, people over the Newman company are talking about it. Victor Newman is a man who always looks for an advantage, and he can tell when someone is in a spot even if he does not have all the facts. He does not need to know everything, he just needs to know when to act. The Newman empire is his, and Victor Newman is always looking for ways to keep it that way. Victor summons Victoria and he talks about the Abbotts being really out of it lately. Nikki gets all tense, she knows that tone of his. Victor is not just talking about people behind their backs, he is looking for something. Over at Jabot, the people on the board are getting anxious. They notice that Kyle is not there and Jack seems spaced out, which makes them even more worried. Ashley comes back to Genoa City all of a sudden because Jack called her and it sounded really important. When she finds out what is going on, she does not freak out like Kyle did. Instead, the Abbotts and especially Ashley get really quiet. It is kind of scary. Victor and the Abbotts are all dealing with this situation, and the Abbotts, like Jack and Ashley, are trying to figure out what to do. Ashley has spent her life dealing with the problems that Jack creates. She is always cleaning up the messes that Jack makes because of his behavior. This latest thing feels like a betrayal. It is making her feel very tired. Ashley wants to know the things like what will happen legally and who will get what. She also wants to know how this will affect the company. Deep down, Ashley is wondering how she did not know about this big thing. Ashley really wants to meet her niece. She does not want to meet her because she has to. Because she needs to. When they meet, it is uncomfortable. They are respectful to each other. Ashley looks at her niece with a lot of curiosity. She is looking for things that they have in common, like the shape of their bones, the way they look. Ashley is searching for things that show they are related. She wants to see if her niece looks like her or Jack, or if she looks like a mix of the two. Ashley is looking at her niece, trying to find the things that make them family. When she finally talks, it is not mean. It is like she has given up. She says, "You are an Abbott," in a way. Saying she knows he is an Abbott means more than anything Jack has said to apologize. Kyle goes back to Jabot. Something is different about him. He is colder. Does not want to listen to what Jack has to say. Kyle used to trust Jack. Now he questions everything. This makes it hard for them to work together. Jack tries to give Kyle some room. That only makes Kyle angrier. One day they have a meeting and Kyle disagrees with Jack in front of everyone. This makes the other people at Jabot have to pick a side, which is very uncomfortable. Kyle is not the person he used to be at Jabot. He challenges Jack and this causes problems. Jack and Kyle do not get along like they used to. Jack sees the change away. This is not about making a plan. It is about being in charge. Kyle needs to take control in any way he can. The stress becomes too much when Victor does something quietly weakening Jabot's purchase. Kyle thinks the Newmans are involved and talks to Jack about it, saying Jack is too busy to keep the company safe. Jack tells Kyle that being a leader means seeing the picture, not just getting revenge against the Newmans. Jack says that leadership is about making decisions, not about Kyle's personal feelings, against the Newmans. The fight gets worse and worse until Kyle says something that he probably should not have said. Maybe if you had not been lying to your family for a long time, you would know how to tell the truth when you are in a meeting with important people. The room gets very quiet. Jack looks really hurt. He does not say anything back to Kyle. He just ends the meeting. Leaves Kyle to deal with what he did, which is bringing up bad things that happened in his family at work. Kyle has to face the consequences of talking about family problems in a place where he should be professional. Outside of the office, people are still dealing with a lot of stuff. Kyle's half-sister is having a time fitting in with her family. They do not really know how to make her feel welcome. Tracy is being really nice to her. She is listening to her, being very kind. When they talk, it is very calm. They are just trying to figure things out. They do not need to have all the answers away. Tracy is like a friend to her. She knows what it is like to feel like you do not belong with your own family. There is still a lot of pressure on them. The family is expecting things from Kyle's sister. Everyone wants something from her. They want closure, they want forgiveness, they want reassurance. She starts to think that maybe it would be better for everyone if she just disappeared. Audra sees that she is pulling away. She decides to talk to her about it. She tells her that she thinks she is having doubts about the truth they worked hard to find out. The half-sister gets defensive. Says that Audra gets to leave and forget about everything, but she has to stay and deal with all the emotional pain. This argument shows that there are problems in their relationship. Audra says that she did not realize how hard this would be, and she says it in a way that shows she does not want to admit it. The truth is really affecting the sister, and Audra is starting to see that she was wrong about how easy it would be for her. She thought that telling the secret would make her and the other person stronger. Now she is wondering if she did something that she cannot take back. The secret is still on her mind. She keeps thinking about what she did. She is not sure if she made a mistake by telling the secret. The secret and what she did are still bothering her. The important moment happens when Jack decides to have a family dinner. He wants to show everyone that they are together. Things quickly get bad. Kyle shows up late. He is already upset. Ashley does not want to talk much. Tracy is feeling good about things. And Jack's daughter is standing back. She feels like she does not belong at her family dinner. The dinner starts out okay. You can tell people are angry underneath. The family is trying to be nice. It is clear that there are problems. Jack's family dinner is supposed to help them come together. It is actually making things worse. When Jack raises a toast to honesty and new beginnings, Kyle just laughs at him. He cannot believe what Jack is saying. Kyle asks Jack to tell him what honesty really means. He wants to know where Jack's honesty was when his daughter needed him. This makes the room feel really uncomfortable. Jack says he knows he did some things and he is sorry. Kyle does not think saying sorry is enough. Kyle wants Jack to actually do something to make things right, not just say some words to make himself feel better. He wants Jack to take responsibility for what he did. He wants to see some real changes happen because of it. He wonders about the family business. Who will be in charge next? He is also thinking about Jack's daughter and if she will have a say in what happens to the whole family. Ashley gets upset with Kyle, saying he is using fear to get what he wants. Kyle says that being scared is normal when people do not keep their promises. The half-sister finally says something. Her voice is. She is being strong. She tells Kyle that she does not want his job, his money, or his anger towards her. She wants to know what is really going on. She wants to know if the family really wants her around or if they just put up with her. This honesty really gets to Kyle. The family business and leadership are still on his mind. He is thinking about Jack's new daughter and her place in the family. Kyle looks at her for the time since everything came out. He does not see her as a danger now. He sees her as someone who got hurt because of what happened. This thought does not make everything okay. It makes Kyle feel a little better inside. The bad feeling he had is not so sharp now. Kyle thinks about her and what she went through. He thinks about how she's affected by what happened. Kyle feels bad for her because she is, like, damaged. Meanwhile, Victor is trying to move his plan really fast. He is using the fact that the Abbott family is not working well together to help Newman Enterprises. Victor is sharing a bit of information at a time to make people wonder what is going on. He knows that when people are talking about a scandal, it can hurt a company's reputation faster than anything. Nikki is telling Jack about this. She is being very quiet about it. She has known Jack for a time and considers him a friend, but she also works for Victor. Jack is thankful to Nikki for warning him. He knows that he has made some mistakes in the past and that these mistakes have made his company weaker. Jack wants to fight back, not to save his company Jabot, but also to show his kids that just because you make a mistake it does not mean everything is over. Victor and his plans are making Jack want to work harder to protect Jabot and his family. Kyle is trying to figure out what to do. He knows Victor is trying to manipulate him. Kyle has to decide if he should keep being tough on Jack or work with him to beat an enemy. This is a decision for Kyle. He has to think about what kind of leader he wants to be and what kind of son he wants to be. Kyle talks to his sister when they are alone. He asks her about her life before she came to Genoa City. She tells Kyle what it was like growing up without knowing a lot of things. She tells him about wondering where she got her personality and her big dreams from. She is talking about her stubbornness and ambition. She says she is afraid. She is afraid of being rejected. Kyle pays attention to what she's saying. He really listens to her. For the time his anger starts to go away and he feels bad for her. He does not say he will forgive her. He does not say everything is okay. He treats her with respect. In Genoa City, respect is the step to fixing something that is broken. As the weeks go by, the Abbott family starts to figure things out. It is a painful process. The Abbott family does not just fix everything away. Saying sorry is not enough to make everything okay. Kyle and Jack still do not get along. They are not as mean to each other as they used to be. They are more honest with each other now. Jack learns to listen to what Kyle has to say without getting upset. Kyle learns to ask questions without yelling at Jack. The half-sister makes her way and does not want to be known just because of her relationship with Jack. Audra watches all of this happen. Thinks about how the truth has affected the Abbott family in ways she did not expect. The Abbott family is still working through their problems. The truth is still affecting them. She realizes that power gained through exposure is fleeting, but the relationships damaged by it linger. And Genoa City watches, waiting, knowing that this story is far from over. Because in this town, revelations don't close chapters, they open doors. And behind those doors are more secrets, more betrayals, and more chances for redemption than anyone is ready to face. The morning Genoa City wakes up to a really weird calm. It feels heavy. You can tell something is not right. Phyllis Summers does not answer her phone. Her apartment is dark, the shades are closed, it is like she is hiding from everything. Jack Abbott is waiting outside her door. He wants to know what is going on. He is walking back and forth trying to stay calm. Jack Abbott knows that when Phyllis Summers is quiet, it is not a thing. When Phyllis Summers is quiet, she is usually thinking about something. That something is usually not good. She gets really angry when she is quiet. Jack Abbott knocks on the door, but he does not knock loud. He is being careful. When she finally opens the door, her face looks really pale. Her eyes are burning with a quiet intensity. The confrontation from yesterday is still fresh. You can feel the tension in the air. She asks him to come in. The atmosphere in the room is electric, like something big is about to happen because of what went down yesterday. The confrontation from yesterday is still hanging in the air, making everything feel uncomfortable. Jack sees a way that something is off about Phyllis. She is not being herself. The way she normally talks, with a lot of sarcasm and a little bit of mischief in her voice, is gone. Instead, she seems calm and it feels kind of weird. "Have a seat," she says in a voice. Even though she is being quiet, Jack can tell she means business. So he sits down. He can tell by the way she is talking that something serious is going on. Then Phyllis gets herself a cup of coffee. She takes it black with no sugar. This is something she always does to help herself feel better. She motions for Jack to get a cup of coffee too. Jack can feel the tension building up like a storm that is outside, even though the sun is shining brightly in the sky. The tension is really building and Jack can feel it. It is like a storm that is coming. The sun is still shining. Phyllis starts to talk, on purpose. "Jack, remember what I said yesterday? That is the start." Her words stay in the air like smoke. They are a warning and a promise at the same time. Phyllis explains that Victor's empire and his power and control are not as strong as they seem. She has been watching Victor for a long time, seeing every weak point, every small flaw in what he has built, and now she thinks she can use those flaws to her advantage. She says we can bring him down. It is not going to be simple. Bringing him down is going to cost the people involved with bringing him down. Jack leans forward. He is really interested. He is also being careful. He knows Phyllis well. Every single plan that Phyllis has ever come up with has had at least one thing that could go wrong, one thing that could cause big problems and hurt everyone involved. "What do you mean by that?" he asks Phyllis. "How will it cost us? What will happen to the cost?" Phyllis' eyes get really dark. Victor is not a person who forgives people. He remembers everything. When he loses, he does not give up easily. "If we do what we are thinking, Victor will be angry with me. He will be angry with you too. He will hurt everyone we love. He will make their lives very difficult. You think what happened yesterday was terrible? That was the beginning. Victor will do worse things if we make him angry." Jack swallows hard, feeling the weight of her words. He knows that she is right. Victor Newman is not a man to take lightly. The man is like a shark who has survived every scandal, every betrayal, and every attack on his power. Jack also knows that the information Phyllis has is very solid. It is unassailable. This is proof that can really ruin Victor Newman. For once, Jack thinks that the risk might actually be worth it to take down Victor Newman. People spend a lot of time making a plan, talking quietly and looking over papers, emails, and money records that Phyllis got without anyone knowing over the years. Each thing they find shows what Victor is really like. He manipulates people, lies to them, and is very cruel, on purpose. Jack cannot believe he has all of this information in his hands. All the secrets that people kept hidden for long. Now it can all be used to bring down the Newman Company from the inside, which is the Newman Empire. The Newman Empire is going to be destroyed because of all the secrets that are now out. Meanwhile, Victor senses that something is different. He is used to being in charge of every situation. What happened yesterday is bothering him. He gets together with the people he trusts, the Ashley, Nikki, and Adam, who just got back from a business trip and seems really motivated. Victor tells them that he has a feeling, but he does not say much because he does not want them to know that he knows Phyllis has something that could hurt him. Victor says something is going on and his voice is serious. He can feel that something is not right. Victor thinks that something is happening. He is trying to figure out what it is. "I am not going to let this thing happen without putting up a fight. I will do everything I can to stop it from happening. This thing, I mean the situation, it is not going to go down without me fighting back. The situation, it is just not right. I will not let it happen." Victor is getting really paranoid. It is affecting everything he does. He is being very unpredictable and making decisions without thinking them through. This is not like him. He is usually very strong and in control. Victor is keeping an eye on everything that is going on at Jabot, especially what Phyllis is doing. He is even questioning the people he trusts the most. The people who are closest to Victor are feeling really uneasy. They do not know if he is trying to protect Jabot or if he is just falling apart because of all the stress. Back at Phyllis' apartment, the plan is really taking shape. Jack and Phyllis are working late into the night. They are making a timeline of everything that has happened. They want to find every moment when Victor did something, every act that they can challenge in court, every time he manipulated someone's emotions.